I'm Amir Nikoui, an executive producer on the network, and I've been here for 4 years. I guess I was kind of thrown into it because when I started at TYT, I was just an editor and a director. It was me and Tim Frisch, actually, I remember. And we were editing and directing every show on the network, from the main show to the Jimmy Dore show back then. And then Pop Trigger came.
It's our executive producer, Amir Nikoui?
Nikoui.
Nikoui!
How do you pronounce your last name? Nikoui. Nikoui is right.
Our producer joining us today, he's always here, you just never see him.
I studied film for 2 years at the University of Michigan. I heard about TYT just searching the web. I was really into Obama's campaign in 2008 when I was a freshman in college, and I think I started just trying to find information on my own. And of course, you're gonna run into TYT.
Is he well known? Yeah, of course! He's running for president of the United States!
One thing that people used to always say, they don't say it as much anymore, is that I'm Cenk's nephew. Because I guess I kind of look like Cenk. We found out who Cenk's nephew was a little bit after that. No comment. No comment. Okay, Cenk's nephew, as everyone knows, Hassan. I'd been working at TYT for about 6 months at this point. And then I get this call from Mark, and he's like, yo, Cenk's nephew's here. You gotta come to the studio, pick up a camera, and meet him at UCLA. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was like some really snotty kid. And we meet up and it's like this huge guy. But like we kind of hit it off really well. And then after that, like we'd both stay late and we started shooting this thing called Bro Tip.
This week's Bro Tip is brought to you by Batman.
Just kidding. This week's Bro Tip is still brought to you by me, Hassan Piker, because Mark Register failed to assassinate me.
I work with a lot of cool people. I like coming in and having what it feels like friends. Grace is a despicable human being, and if I had it my way, she would never be on this channel. No, I'm kidding. Grace is a close friend. I met her through Hassan, and now she's a host on Pop Trigger. And more recently, we created a show together called Murder with Friends.
Welcome to Murder with Friends, the show where two friends get together and talk about some of the darker sides of history.
Last year, I think we were in the kitchen just talking, and somehow this conversation about some murder came up, and we both looked at each other and we realized, like, wow, we're really into this murder stuff. Is that weird? No, it's not weird at all. Everyone's into murder. Everyone's into blood and guts.
And then the show was born.
Yeah, it was born. I'm definitely a darker person, and I guess it comes with the nature of our jobs. You get so desensitized to it. I think talking about these things on Murder with Friends is an interesting way to feel something after being so numb to it all. It's a lot crazier than fiction to me. In like human history, all of this stuff has happened. The worst thing you could imagine has probably happened. But this one just came off really well because, again, I think this topic is something a lot of people are interested in. The fans and members are everything. I mean, without them, what's the point of making what we make? I try to make content catered as much as to what I believe that they want based on their feedback, while at the same time trying to balance it out with something that I'm happy with, something that I know my hosts are happy with, and the editors too. So everyone, to make a production that like we can all be proud of. Whatever rundown that I have to build starts from there. Knowing that I have to drive these shows that I work on, I have to make sure we're getting the clips out, make sure the show is happening. I want to keep moving forward. I want to work on more original content, whether it's TV or film. I think the future looks bright and I'm excited to be working on new stuff with new people. How has TYT changed me?
Silly questions get silly answers.
I think TYT gave me confidence. Before I started here, I wasn't that confident of a guy. I was kind of a timid person who never really spoke up.
He's a little shy.
And after 4 years of working here, I think I'm definitely more confident and I believe in what I have to say and do. It's not like other companies where you have a boss. I've had a lot of freedom to grow and to learn and to really have my ideas develop, and I appreciate that.